many people would consider that to be quite a rare card. London Airport, yeah. Greetings everyone. I'm in Gravesend for the North West Kent Postcard Club annual fair, and just stopped here for a second at the Pocahontas statue in the churchyard, just beside where the fair is being held, 1595 to 1617. This is the church. So, I believe the fair is just round the corner. So, as well, our longest reigning monarch. This is nice. 1952 to 2022, Gravesend gives thanks. That's nice, I like that. Right. Helpfully, we have some signs here, look. Postcard fair here today, so down here. This is an annual fair. I have been once before, but it was a long time ago, pre-COVID I think, if I remember correctly, but decided to come to this one today, see what we can pick up. We parked in the multi-storey car park over there, and here we go. St George's Church and Church Hall. I've got a postbox in.
Oh, sorry.
That's alright, cheers. Here we go. That looks promising. Lots here today. Actually, it's been a little while since I've been to a proper postcard one. In fact, I see my friend over there, so I'm going to go and say hello. There he is! How are you?
I'm alright.
Good. Good to see you.
Good?
Good to see you. Thought we'd come over and have a little look, have a little film, do a little vlog.
Invited to come and have a table.
Well, there we go.
Everybody's selling postcards and I'm selling stamps.
That's not a problem, is it?
Well, we've got some postcards there, we've got some postcards here.
As I say, a lot of the fairs are now postcard and stamp, aren't they?
Sit down, get this thing done on my phone.
What's that? What are we doing? Oh, right, yep. Bear with me.
Richard, how are you?
Right, just sorting out a new subscriber for the channel, which is nice. Just going to see what we've got here. Going to see Clive.
Yeah, well, I've got cards, I can do it.
There we go.
Probably the easiest way now. Hi there, nice to see you.
Nice as always, Clive. How are you?
Yeah, been alright?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Before we come over and have a little bit of film, do another little vlog.
Good. I look forward to seeing it.
I do like. I'm a great fan of these type of boxes because you never know what you're going to find. Although I think this is one that I went through at Mark's Tame. So yes, it is. All right. What we got? Nice selection of postcards here. These are your topographicals. I'm assuming as we're over in Kent, that Kent will be the popular one for today. There we go. Postal history. GB first day covers. So nice one's it. Oh yes. That would go in my television collection. I'm missing a few of the more recent ones. I see I don't have that one. It's quite nice. What else have we got? Oh, I don't have that one either. That's one that I quite fancy, the marble one, and that's the miniature sheet. Because there's been quite a few sort of TV, filmy type ones around recently. we go. What we got? £1 a lot. Almost worth buying just to see what's in it. That's quite nice. From the American Red Cross canteen. See, there's quite nice ones in here. Let's have a little look. I quite like that one. See what else we got. Oh look. It's a French one. First World War. First World War just from the style alone. Even if you couldn't see the date. Right. I'm going to have a little look through this one. And then I'll come back to you. There we go. These are my first buys of the day. First World War. It's a nice one there. September 1914 with the machine gun. I like that. These are more your postal stationery cards, but I do like these. Again, 1916 these ones are. But there was two. Green, which is on the 5 value, and this one on the 10 value. So I thought it was quite interesting. This is Belgium on there. 10 centimes. And this one. Do some work on this one. Don't know what that D6, yeah, I'll go do some research on these, but they were nice. And I can't resist the tank card. And these are the Whippet tanks in action First World War. It's a lovely patriotic one here, Red Cross. Oh, that was €10 in one lot. That's nice. I think this is a scouting one. But it definitely looks like a scout with his scarf and his hat and his stave. But had to have that one. Rather more unusual one, this one. Big Ben for the minute silence. Observe the silent minute when Big Ben strikes 9 each evening. I think that's going to be a First World War one. It does look very modernist back on it, so maybe it's Second World War, but I'll do some work on that one. But there are some Second World War one, there's some Stukas on this one. This one's a field post, or a field post as we would call it. So again, there's some research to be done. Oh, and I love this one. Another German Stuka. One's mint. Under the blitzkrieg planes from the start of the Second World War. And I want something different for all you people who like something different. This is a Matchbox label, but I have some postcards of the airship and all. So that will go in my display. I like that a lot. So there we go. First buys of the day. Hi, thank you very much.
What about me?
There you go. You're in there. Right, thank you very much. Cheers.
Okay, mate. Good on you. Oh, got some postcards. There's a surprise.
Bought some bits and pieces, yeah.
Well, I know.
Yeah, you see. You were too busy talking, you could have come and filmed me.
Are you going to the Subway Club?
On a quite serious note, I would suspect many people would consider that to be quite a rare card.
Indeed. First.
London Airport, yes, before it was even changed over to Heathrow, isn't it?
Indeed.
That's got to be 1950s?
Yep.
Yeah, 1950s. So there we go. That's a beautiful card in quite large number. 72 cards in a bundle according to this. Or it might be 2 bundles, 3 bundles.
Special deal for the bundle, Paul.
I was going to say, look.
That's the tea and the coffee.
I wouldn't be at all surprised, you know, to find that for about
Go to the right fair in Twickenham or something.
Yeah, go £4 for a card like that, but you're about to reduce the value of that one considerably, I think. That's unbelievable. I don't think I can't believe how many of those you've got.
Well, neither can I, really. My wife came back and said I found some postcards.
She's found quite a few.
I've got another box all of a sudden.
Let's hope it's not the same airport one. That's amazing. Absolutely amazing. I was going to say that would be considered to be a particularly nice card.
Well, yes.
It's a nice Scout one, which I have in my collection. That's a nice price, actually. Ooh. But yeah, no, I've got that one at home.
Do you recognise that?
Jesus. Yeah, I was going to say, yeah. £3.
I don't know where it is.
What, London Airport?
I think the same one.
So exactly the same one as you got in here?
The same one.
Exactly the same card.
In that case, I better put that in there.
Look how many. Yeah, that's exactly the same card. Look, you've got those priced at £3 each.
Discount.
I was going to say, yeah. It's a nice card as well. Nice lighthouse one. These are always worth looking forward to see if there's a cachet, but there's not.
Somewhere I had another
Oops,
postcard of an airport that I can't recognise.
oh, right.
Apart from the fact that it was flown into by Pan Am.
Pan
It
Am.
could have been anywhere in the world.
Could be, yeah, because they flew everywhere.
But I've got a lot of publicity photographs, sort of this size. Pan Am flights.
Is it one of their official cards, photos?
Yeah.
I was going to say
Mostly Clipper cargo.
Clipper cards as well. One of my friends who passed away last year, he was a big Clipper collector. All load of covers in there. You spend all day going through these.
Well, there's only 2 of these boxes today. There were 6 of them in the last fair I did.
You're going down. You might.
I've still got 4 of mine.
I was going to say, yeah, you might have these. You might be selling these for quite a long time. Because there's a lot of them. I just can't believe it. I just cannot believe how many of these there are.
Some with Southend like that, haven't we?
Yeah, we had one of Joe's friends used to do a market store, and they had boxes of old views of Southend, but in bundles of sort of like 100. But I mean, again, the cards individually would be considered really nice, but because I got like 200-300 of them, changes the value entirely, doesn't it?
It does.
I mean, you've
You either got to sell it over an extended period, like 10 years.
I mean, that's just unbelievable. So many of a card that would otherwise be
£3.
£3. Yeah, nice. It's a nice card as well. Good luck selling all of those.
If you find a buyer, let me know.
I will. I can say, yeah. I mean, there are specialists in airport stuff. What you want to do is sell them in bundles to other dealers, so that they've all got a load.
I know one dealer who does a lot of airline ephemera.
Yeah.
Even things to the food trolleys that go up and down inside the plane.
Yeah.
They're not local.
No, but I was going.
Neil would have done it.
Yeah, Neil would have taken a load of those in the old days.
There's a guy who does the boot fair in the centre of Zurich
All right.
every Saturday in the summer. He just does aeroplane stuff.
Oh, there's the huge collectors for airport stuff, aviation. And it is, as I say, think it is a £3, or it was before you released this box out. It was a £3 card. Oh dear. Hey? Got the what? In the back of the thing, yeah. Yeah, for those who collect PHQ cards, this is the only time they ever did them in a pack. They never did it. They never did it again. It was they tried it out. Royal Mail stamp cards. There we go. And it was 12 stamp picture postcards. So you had 3 of each card. So there was 12, 3 sets of the 4 cards. Ordinary PHQ cards, but the actually in a pack. And literally they did it for this bird set. Can't remember what year it was, but they did it for this. Oh, actually, it was taken on the front actually. 1989. I did it for this set and then never did it again. It was a one-off. I've got one, but it'd be nice to see how much it is out of curiosity. Hello.
How you doing, Harry?
Not too bad, you?
I'm gonna talk to my president on Wednesday.
All right.
And gonna ask you to come along.
Yeah, yeah.
It's good, maze.
Yeah, give me a call or let
Obviously,
me
it'll be
know.
next year now, I think.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, no, I've got nothing booked for next year. I've got a few this year's booked up.
His name's Keith.
Yeah, that's all right.
Keith. So
yeah.
I'll talk to Keith on Wednesday.
Let him know and then get him
I've
to
got
let me
your
know.
details.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
can I have another card? Have you got
yeah.
another
Of course you
card?
can. Of
Just
course
to
you
make sure
can.
I might have lost it. So.
Of course you can.
Your Titanic was very good.
Oh yes,
I
yes.
like the Titanic. I mean, I've got a couple of postcards of Titanic myself.
Yeah.
So the actual ship. One with the music thing on it.
Yeah, that's the one that was quite common.
And I've got the other one. So
There you go.
excellent, thank you.
You might as well hold a few of those,
Just
might you?
thank you.
Because you keep talking about bits and pieces. That's all right. There we go. Oh, I'm assuming this is just this lady's over here.
So yeah.
Find out. Yeah, so we go. How much is your pack?
Pounds a lot.
Definitely. That's sold.
Yeah, all these are 50p each. The,
Oh,
birthday
ideal.
covers. All cheap. Bags of stamps, 4 quid each. All cheap.
Definitely that price. Superb.
Right, do you want a bag?
No, it's alright, I can put it in my backpack.
Excellent.
Nice. Bargain. I like that a lot, it's very nice. These are nice as well. These are they did slightly different. They're not PHQ cards, they're like postcard booklets. They did different designs. They're similar in a way, but different coloured. These got little.
So were they ever? They weren't ever actual stamps, were they?
Yes, oh yeah. This
they
was
were?
This was an issue of stamps, and it was
Can't remember.
and it was Henry VIII for his 6 wives, and they had a stamp for each. But the booklet has Anne Boleyn. All of the and if I remember correctly, there were some royal residences in the back. There we go. Yeah, that's Hampton Court, isn't it?
Yes.
And then you got Windsor.
Yeah.
And then you got the Tower of London, just to make up the numbers so that the pack worked out, because it was an odd number, 7 stamps. It was an odd number of stamps, so they did it as But actually, they're of course the only way of getting these, all of these, were unique to this book.
Yeah.
And there's another one in here as well. I saw, I think. Yeah, there are. They did it the same for the cats. And here, they took the artwork from the stamps, took out the Queen and the value, and just showed the
Oh, I
artwork.
like those. I think that's actually nice.
And then basically just removed the stuff that was on the stamp, the Queen's head and each value.
Yeah, that's why I asked if the others were stamps, because there was no like.
Oh
green
yeah,
head.
and that's all right. Yeah, they did them as they were different, but this was how they did these. And of course, obviously, you can get the PHQ cards, which has got all the stamp ident stuff on it, and the normal PHQ border.
Yeah.
But this is just different, and again, it's a couple of sets, I think, because I think it's the same ones done over and over. Yeah, that's quite nice as well if you find those little postcard packs in the same issue as the Tudor one. But I've got those. What's that? Oh, that's interesting. 12 postcards of old posters. They're nice, aren't they? That's lovely.
It is.
Again, that's nice. So obviously something from Lake Como, I'm thinking. 12 postcards from old posters. Alexandra Domini Editori. Yeah, Como, Italy. That's quite nice. I'll have a little ask about that one as well. Prices seem to be very reasonable here on this one. I know someone who would be interested in that. Just as it was, just the whole thing. That's just unusual, isn't it?
Yeah, you don't normally see the things still together, do you?
No, no. I might buy that for him, just if it's cheap, because that's quite an interesting little thing. Because I see him quite a bit. I'll put it in my backpack, and then there we go. What's this one? 15 postcards with vintage prints. That's Italian, isn't it? Oh look, all the different locations. Oh, there's Como Lake again.
Yep.
Quite a nice little pack. Well, the colour bits, thought that was quite interesting.
Pound again?
Yeah, and this little weird thing.
Oh, 52. 150.
I can do that. There we go. Thank you very much. Cheers. And I'll give him that because he'll find that interesting as it is.
Because we're visiting Festival of Cards and somebody
Yeah.
said he was going to be at
That's a nice one. This is a right away. That I hope to be with you is printed on the card.
Oh, right.
And people someone's written there opening tomorrow, Friday, 1904. So it was a type of card. Basically, they were trying to say people were lazy. So they started the conversation for them, and then they would carry it on. But yeah, they're
A bit
called.
like predictive text.
Yeah, a little bit like that for the old days. But they used to do that. I always used to find that interesting. That's a nice one, look at that. It's one of the Pamlin prints. Hearse and Mourner's carriage. I've never seen that one before. You don't get a lot of funeral related type cards for lots of obvious reasons. You wouldn't think, oh, that's an unusual one. Look at that. Olive Morale, 1906. I'm going to have that funeral one. Actually, there's some interesting bits and pieces in here. It's a nice Queen one there. I've seen that one before. That's been one of those photograph albums. There's some photographs in here as well. Bed. That's nice. Don't know what that is, but it's some sort of celebration going on. The opening of Tower Bridge. Oh, that's lovely. That's the Sydney Bridge celebrations, and there's a. But that's nice. That's a really nice card. Cancelled with the 50th anniversary of the opening. Mm. That's the type of thing that's you just don't see, but it's really nice for the price.
Yeah.
lovely card there of Piccadilly Circus. That'd be one to take to Piccadilly Circus and just see how much that's changed. There you go. What's this? Alexander. Actor, look. It's right mixed in here. Look. Concord. That's the John Hind one, yeah. It's a nice military one there. Oh, not military, a religious one there. Pius Pope the 12th. It says 12. So that X and 2 1s there, is that? That's been stuck in a thing. Oh, that's a modern Mayfair one. You see this type of layout. Oh, no, Canadian. I think that might even be Canadian's first one. First postal stationery card, that's nice. I'm going to have to put more stuff down. Have a little better flick through here. That's a modern reproduction. The birthday postcard book. These are the boxes that it's worth going through because you don't know what you're going to find and you might pick up something that's really nice. That's a lovely card. I know someone who collects Big Ben. In fact, he's over there. Colin collects Big Ben. Look at that. It's a Dufex, isn't it? Yeah. That's a postal history because that's like a telegraph. That's really nice. 1958. We duly received your request to be placed on our mailing list. Bureau de Poste Automobile. That's superb. There's an old one. Postmarked in Alexandria. It would be, looks like 1903. That's really early. It's a nice cancellation actually.
Yeah.
Very New Year. Look at that. You don't get many Thanksgiving ones in the UK.
No.
Look at that. And embossed. The crown. 1913. That's lovely.
Is it? Nice to look at.
Oh, got a few more cards for the collection. All fighting ones there, still popping. Oh, that's quite nice. Missed that one. I do like these shaped ones. Birthdays. I'll try and buy these whenever I can. That's a little bookstall here. I actually have this one at home, Battle of the Beams. I looked at it last night actually, trying to pick up a new book to read. Penguin Book of Comics, that looks quite nice. I'll have to have a look at that one. I quite like things like that. Yeah. Nice. Berlin. What we got here? Oh, stamps. Yeah, lots of stuff to look at. Oh, even more stuff here. 20 pence each. Yeah, Pavilion prints. They're nice. Nice number of shipping stuff here for 10p. What I did particularly like was this Titanic one with anniversary of the launch. But I've already got some of those, so and I bought a load from here. It's a lot of philatelic related postcards I bought from there. As I say, this stall I did at Mark's Tay. This one. Oh, some nice PXQ cards there, first day used, and mint. So here we go, one last little walk round. Lots of cards, lots of cards. I've had a good day. Say goodbye to a few people that I know. There we go, so that's the, a lot of stamped ones there. So, that's the, what was it, Northwest Kent Postcard Fair Annual. There we go. Right, all done. That's my little haul for the day. Not too bad today. Did buy some nice stuff. Didn't buy anything expensive today either. So, but there we go. Northwest Kent Postcard Club Postcard Fair Annual event. Very enjoyable. Enjoyed that a lot. And obviously over there is the church with the Pocahontas statue in the front. We're going to go over to the multi-story. That's the end of the day. Going to give you a little look at some of the cards I bought and a little tabletop display, shall we say. So I'll see you when I'm doing that. Greetings, welcome back everyone. I've returned from the Northwest Kent Postcard Club Annual Fair at Gravesend. What did I pick up? I picked up some bits and pieces. There was a box of 50p cards, which I'm going to go through first. This is an early Swiss postcard. This is William Tell, the statue. Beautiful card. This area down here is embossed, as you can see. That's where the statue is. Mint, undivided back. At one point someone paid £4 for this. I got it for 50p, and I think for 50p that was a real bargain. This is an interesting one. Wishing you the old wish. Now this is a lighthouse card, but all of this is added on as glitter, and it runs down in silver on the lighthouse as well. The issue with this is, as soon as you apply something, or in the old days when you applied something to the card, didn't matter what it was, it no longer could be sent through the post at postcard rate. So this one was sent contrary to regulations and ended up with 1D to pay. So the person who received this would have had to pay a penny, because because it was contrary to regulations and should have been a penny, it was a half-p stamp. The 2p rate for anything that is irregular is double what's missing. So should have been another half-p, double that, a penny, and that was the rate that was over on this because of the adornment of this glitter on the front of the postcard. It didn't last throughout the history of postcards, obviously, because much later things were stuck on all the time. But initially, for many years, that was the rate. You had to pay a penny if anything was applied to the postcard. Someone once paid £5 for that. I thought 50p. That was a nice card. Very pleased with that one. This again, 50p. This is lovely. It's a crown, and it's embossed. This one is postally used. Oh, it's a bit hard to see actually. Not quite sure about that one, but it's a beautiful card. Are your pockets empty? Then here's a crown. Don your best togs and come up to town. But that was a nice card for 50p. Couldn't resist this one. Come on in, Brumus. It's lovely. Brumus was a polar bear cub born to a zoo. I'm fairly sure that it was London Zoo. I need to do some research. I used to know a little bit about this. I also knew that it was the name of an actual polar bear cub. But for 50p, I'm going to buy that and then do some more research. I do collect London Zoo postcards. So this isn't a London Zoo postcard. But if the cub was born to polar bears in London Zoo, that would go nicely in my collection. I collect policeman related cards. Again, these were all 50p. This is what they call a right way. This, so very sorry I could not wait, is printed on the card, and then you could finish off the message yourself. To explain the contained grass only. Contained the that's a bit of a weird one. But there we go, there's your policeman. A little bit of clouding around here, and obviously the villain has dropped the stolen watch. Very nice. Postally used 1905. Nice. And this of course is a divided back, but has been sent as if it wasn't. County of Essex. The Honourable Malcolm Walter Glassborough. Oh, nice. Nice card. This one's a photographic comic one. What's the matter, Mrs? Well, I suppose it's all right, but my old man's come home sober. Another nicely used one. Something of January, 20-something of January, 1 something. So, in the first or the second decade of the last century. Nice placement for my collection. I do like comic ones. Put your arm around me waist, dearie. They'll think we are engaged. One drunk woman being escorted by a policeman. By Pearlie. This one's from 1931, Dover, Kent. Another policeman one for my collection. And this is interesting because this text has been used on postcards before. Oh, Constable, could you see me across the road? Not half, lady. I could see you half a mile off. Donald McGill did one of these as well. It was a running joke. Again, 1931. Let's have a little look, actually. No, it went to different people. Only 5 days apart by the looks of it. Yeah, 5 days apart. There you go, that's a nice one. And this one, this is not... Oh, this is police. Let's do this one. There we go. Anyone been trying to light a cigarette, governor? Now, it's a Ford advert card there. Poster on the back of it. It's another policeman one. This one's 1930, and I like this one as well because it's posted from Southend on Sea, my now home city. There we go. So that was that's now back in Southend, ever been posted from there in 1930. This one's not police, but is ambulance, emergency service. Thanks, boys. That's what I call service. Having knocked him over. Is this one used? Now this one's mint. It's quite nice. That will probably come off. There we go. See, that comes off. And this is number 7932. British manufacture. Yeah. It's a nice little ambulance cartoon one there. Also from the 50p box, I bought some other bits and pieces. I bought this one, which is rather nice. This is a post, telegraph and telephone mobile van. This is from the Netherlands, and this one is posted to England. Nicely used. I'm trying to think, that would be 23rd to 4th. Bit hard to see. This is a museum start cancellation, but this one here is 1958 on there, so I'm going to assume that's where it, oh, there we go at the bottom, yeah, 1958. So there's a little message from The Hague, Netherlands. We duly received your request to be placed on our mailing list for the announcements of new issues in the Netherlands and Netherlands New Guinea postage stamps. So there we go, it's someone who took up a standing order, someone in near Romford. And this is Arnhem Stat. Very nice. Nice cancellations, nice stamp, nice little postal history item. I do like my birds. This one here is the sage warbler. I see the sage warbler here at one of the observatories not too far from where I live. So there we go. And this is a Valentine's card. Number 1506. I was going to buy that for 50p. That was nice. This was another 50p. This is a Molly Brett. There's lots of Molly Brett postcards, mainly by Medici. This one is, yeah, by the Medici Society, who produced postcards of Molly Brett's artwork for years and years. Have you heard the cuckoo? That's a nice one. Nicely painted animals, either looking realistic like this, or sometimes in clothes, in situations where almost human, anthropomorphic, I believe you would say. But yes, lovely, lovely card. One thing I cannot resist when I see them or find them is these shaped cards. Are they postcards? They were sold as such, but really they're birthday cards, are just shaped cards. But normally these were handed or posted in an envelope, but I can't resist them. I have a whole load of ones. This is your 5th birthday. This was 50p, and this one from the same stall holder was for your 9th birthday. As you can see at the bottom there, same company, the Academy series, British manufactured, different people receive them, but when I see these I tend to buy them because I really like them. I think they're unusual, and I have a number of different ones in my collection. There's also some modern cars. By now people will know that I love London. This is the opening of Tower Bridge by William and Lionel Whaley, and this is another Medici card. This is a modern one, but a lovely card. Same as this one. This one is Piccadilly Circus. Again, a Medici card. This one's by Geoffrey Stone, painted in 1977. That's lovely. Couldn't resist this one when I saw it. This is the 50th anniversary of the opening of Sydney Harbour Bridge. Nice cancellation, nice poster at the back there. This is 1982, and the poster is from March 1932, from the launch year. Be there, Sydney Bridge celebrations. It's got a stamp on the front. This is like this was issued original poster in the archives of the New South Wales. So someone sorted that out. I think someone's taken the postcard and actually had it cancelled with this, which makes it even nicer from my point of view. I think that's lovely. A little bit morbid perhaps, but here's a hearse and mourner's carriage in the modern Pamela Prince series. But you don't get a lot of funeral related cards, but I pick them up when I see them because I think they're normally unusual. I'm not going to lie, I picked this one up just because I like the colouring on it. It's a Wendy Wilkin card. Where, oh where can you be? Not hearing from you worries me. There we go. It's a nice one. Little sun up here. And this is number 7368. 50p. Yeah, it's always going to buy something like that. Same as with this one. This was in the 50p as well. I have numerous copies of this card, and there are at least 4 different print layouts on the back, but I like them when they're used. Gives me an idea of when they were around. This is 1973. This was a white heather card, but I bought this one because it was used, and I like to know the usage periods of my TV cards. This is Dr. Finley's casebook. Dr. Finley's here, and there's 4 different cards in the set, but very nice. On one stall I found some cards which were cartoon cards, and they were all 20p, although I got them all for £1 in the end, so I got slightly more. There we go. A little mouse being chased by a cat. Funny Malls. And this is from Germany. That was worth every penny of 20p. Rather a strange one. Not quite sure, a bit morbid really, by Surette. Yeah, Surette. I seem to remember he did a few. These are Camden Graphics cards. Camden Graphic cards are collected by a number of people who specialise just in the cards published by this company. And I have a wide collection of these myself. Oh, Surette. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Master by Surette. Yes, he did some very strange ones. This I thought was rather nice. This one is a Russian card, I think, almost certainly. Yes, Moskva, 1975. Moskva being Moscow. Nice little. I'm not quite sure. It looks almost like a fox is about to try and cook this little person or character here. Very strange. And I like this one. There we go. If only our last sunset could be as beautiful as this. And it will be. There we go. Copyright Rainy Day Postcards. I remember Rainy Day Postcards. I have a few of theirs, so I couldn't resist that one. And lastly, this one here. The Queen, God bless her. That's a cup of tea, I think, rather than the rum they're probably supposed to be having. This was sold on behalf of the King George's Fund for Sailors. This is an earlier one. I have some King George's Fund for Sailors cards that were issued of the shippings involved in the Falklands War, and this artwork on this is dated 1970, so this would be around that time. Some weird and wonderful. I couldn't resist this for I think it was 20p, and it's the French Express engine working the Orient Express through French territory. A nice photographic card, mint. This is in the what we've done here, the Knight series, Knight Brothers in England. Railways have always been popular, and that's a lovely card. I can't remember where I picked this one up. On one of the stalls, but I love bird cards, and I love philatelic link cards, and this is Malta Post, Birds of Malta. This is a lapwing. Some in the past they were called peewits, but now they're called lapwings, and you get them everywhere. I see them regularly here in the UK. But what a lovely card! There was a stall that had a load of postal related postcards and covers for that matter at only 10 pence each, and I couldn't resist. 10 pence. I went to the Stamp World London 90, and I missed a lot of bits and pieces. I certainly missed this one, which is from Finland. This is a lovely lovely card. So it's an official card from Stamp World London 90, penny blacks, and this one takes, it's again Stamp World London 90. This is Aland. This is their official card. This was a stamp that was issued by the Royal Mail in the UK, and this was a card released by Aland with one of their Pike stamps. A nice combination, really. I'd never seen this card before, and I really liked that. I already had this card, but I had it mint, and this is another Stamp World London one. This is Russia, but lovely red cancellation on that one, so I bought that to add. This is also a Stamp World 90. There we go. And this one's been used as a Stamp World London 90 cancellation on there. It's also got some other items, and it's the express label there. But this was actually from 1989, so it's a P publicity item from Bulgaria 89. Another fair before, but that's quite nice. This one I just bought because it was quite interesting. I love this airmail by air part Avion. Nice stamp as well. And this is Olympics. I'm fairly sure there's obviously a sport connection in relation. There's the Olympics, Philatelic 90. Yes, very nice. Here's your what you would class as a maxi card. Although the stamp cancellation doesn't feature the what's on the card and the stamp. Stamp and the card of the same vehicle, but it does say transport. So transport Depeche. So yes, that's on here. Yeah, no, they're classed as a maxi card. Very nice. With these, because this is France. Probably yes, this is France. With a lot of these French maxi cards, you'll find they also put a cancellation on the back, so you can clearly see the cancellation. That happens a lot. That's a regular thing. That's quite nice. An early postal carriage there. I have one of these Eurapex 93 postcards in my collection already, but not with this Eurapex 93 London cancellation. So that I bought for its usage. But it's a nice aeroplane and philatelically linked card. Again, all these ones were 10p, so a bargain really. This is the South Pole in Antarctica, and it's interesting. It's got a Global America stamp on here, but the cancellation is from the South Pole, Antarctica, White Desert. So I'm assuming that's one of the posts there, and possibly it's an American post, which is why there's an American stamp there. If anyone knows, please do let me know. It says here, greetings from the geographic South Pole. Someone's put this. I think someone has done a trip and then sent these cards out. This one went to Woking, but South Pole cancellation or a casher. I'm going to go possibly with a cancellation, but not on the stamp, which I thought was interesting. But there we go. Sent from the South Pole. Another one of these mini stamp cards, postcards which have a stamp printed on them. Is an issued one. This is a Denmark butterfly one, and here you have a pre-printed so it's a postal stationery card with the stamp on the back and a nice cancellation. And this is Copenhagen, and this is 1993. That's lovely. Nice combination. Butterfly cancellation, printed stamp, and on the front. I like that one. Now this says Not quite sure. It's philatelic, stamp unit. And this is, again, you see, this is from 1983. I'm not quite sure what this is going to take some work from me. I bought this one because I saw this, and then I saw this gold version as well. So I thought, well, I'll take those. They're quite nice. I like the pen. I like where cards look similar but with slightly variations. So silver and gold. Nice cards, something that I would need to do some research on. If you know what these are, do please let me know. I have a small Olympics collection. This is from Russia. And this is from 1980. So there's this one. And there's this one. I found them both in the same box, 10 pence each. Definitely going to buy both of those. These are postal stationery cards, printed stamps at the top there, blank on the back. They're entirely philatelic. Cancellations on there with no address written or anything, but that's not unusual with some of these philatelically produced souvenirs. But they're lovely. Two different cancellations, they're not the same cancellations. But obviously I think from the same set, I would think. Very nice. This one has a pre-printed stamp, candle and your ink and that, but I particularly liked it. This is from 1991. What's the country on this one? Oh, postmark. Oh, Finland, yes, Sume, Finland. That looks to me like a reproduction of an old postcard, or someone's tried to reproduce the feel of an old postcard. I thought that was quite nice. I like that. And obviously you've got your candle and pen and ink on the design on the front. That's on there. So I think that's probably someone who's tried to capture the feel of an old postcard. I like that. For 10p, can't go wrong. And I only bought these ones because they were 10p. It's a set of stamps from Cyprus. And what someone's done is they have posted these from the location. The actual image on here is the Kaiko Monastery in Cyprus, and this is a postcard from the monastery, published by Mona Limited on the island, and they've had it posted nearby with the actual monastery Cyprus area cancellation. Now this was a few cards that I found like this, and I thought they were really quite nice. And I don't know if they look like they've been privately produced by someone, because that looks to me like a standard tourist postcard of Ayia Napa. And the stamp actually depicts Ayia Napa. It's a 5 cent, and it's actually been posted from cancelled Ayia Napa, Cyprus. Nice circular date stamp. I thought that was unusual. As I say, these were all part of a set that someone seems to have put together. And here you have the Ayia Napa Monastery, and again it's Ayia Napa. Let's check the dates on these. Yep, these are both the 22nd of December 1989. The monastery one was the 13th of December 89. So that's the 4 cents one. Again, monastery up here, depicted here. And Ayia Napa Monastery stamp. The postcards don't appear to be in any sort of series. As you can see, they're all done by a couple of different things. But here we have the Troodos Forest, and again, we have the Platini Forest Station, which runs through. And here's the it says on the stamp, it says Platini Troodos Mountain. So this is the cancellation for the area. I just thought these were really, really nice, and someone went through a lot of effort on these. This is the last one. Here we have Nicosia, Cyprus, and this is Cyprus Philatelic Society. And there is the Cyprus Philatelic Society on the building. This one looks like it's a more properly, Cyprus Philatelic Society card. So this one's properly produced by the society, probably slightly different from the other cards that I've just shown you. But stamp, obviously that's where it's based, I assume, in Nicosia. But this one's slightly different. But these ones I thought were lovely. Very unusual. Let me know if you've seen anything like those. I did show this on the video. This is the PHQ pack, and then there's it set up here. Look, 3 sets. So you got 3 of each of these 4 cards. They're the standard PHQ cards, but as I said, this was the only time that they did PHQ cards loose in a pack. And I did say on the thing that I already had this, and I do, in fact I have a couple of them, but depending on what they cost, I'm always going to buy them, and at £1 for the whole thing, that's superb, because I think this is really an £8 to £12 item. I think it's worth a lot more than what I pay, so I was going to buy that anyway. And this also cost me £1. 12 postcards in a pack from Italy, and this is like Lake Como really, and they're all old posters from the area. Quite beautiful. I mean, that's lovely. Almost like a fairy type one. And there's this one with the lady in a swimming costume. Very nice. Here you have another one with the ferry sailing off. Another swimming costume one. Nice lady one there. That would be great for any golf collector. Anyone who collects golf. It says tennis on there, but that's a golf card. Nice simple one with nice flowers. Oh, there's some speed racing boats there. International motorboat racing, I think that is. That's very nice. And lastly, another Lake Como card or map. This looks like a reproduction of an old postcard as well on there. So there you go, 12 lovely postcards for £1. I don't think you could go wrong there. I know several people who would pay £1 for just one of the cards in there. The golf one particularly. The motorboat racing one's quite nice as well. On that stall where I picked up the philatelic cards for 10p, I also picked up these for 10p. This is Olympic 1992, Olympic stamp, cancellation, and this is a record card. This is why it's slightly larger. So this actually, if you put it on your turntable and play it, it is a proper postcard, but it has a record engraved in the plastic on here. You can see the grooves and the hole where it'll go on your turntable. But for 10p, I'm not going to let that one go. Or this one here, which was for the reunification of Berlin, East and West Germany. And here you can see the Berlin Wall, a section of it being lifted up. And here are the people that, on the night that the wall came down, all standing on top of it. And this is the stamp that was issued to commemorate, or two actually. There's a 50 and a 100 for the unification of East and West Germany. Again, it's a record card. That hole in the middle. There's the reverse side. Look, East and West Germany being pulled together. First day probably for the stamps, I think, almost certainly. So you got, it's a first aid card. It's got 2 stamps. It's a superb piece of history, the unification, the bringing down of the Berlin Wall. Lots of people collect postcards related to the Berlin Wall coming down and the Berlin Wall itself. So I mean, this for 10p. On eBay you would pay pounds and pounds for this. The only way you're going to get something like this for 10p is by going to a fair. That is a lovely card. I did buy some old cards, and I did go through these on the film, but just very quickly go through them here. And I've taken them out of the plastic sleeves as well, so they you can see them better. 1914. There's the machine guns. There's the dogs that used to wheel them to the front. That's a lovely card. That was £2.50, but worth every penny of that. That's very nice. That was mint. I mean, someone paid £1 for that. I actually paid more than what the original person paid for it. So, but I would easily, that's a lovely card. These are the Whippet tanks in action. It's another nice card. Also mint, but this is on the War Bond Campaign postcard. National War Savings Committee's campaign. A&M Davis and Company quality cards. Design number 9. Passed by a censor. National Savings. I love tank cards. I think that's particularly nice. That one cost me £2. This one was nice. This was only £1.50. This is a Red Cross one. It's France, Swiss. It's a nice card, which apparently was in an auction at €10 at some point. €10 would have been quite a lot, but £1.50, which is what I paid for this one. Nice piece of World War One propaganda. Very nice. I left scouting last year, having been in it for 40 odd years as a leader. I do like my scout cards, and that is definitely a scout. Scout hat, staff, the scarf and the uniform, but this is a World War One era card. It's got some writing on it, so it's probably sent under a separate envelope. It's French. It's also been sent by someone in France. That was nice. £1.50 that one was. Now these are right. This is unusual. I did show this. It's a postal stationery card. It's blank back. It's got Belgian 10 centimes in here. And apparently, from what I can work out so far, it's obviously 1914. It's World War One. It's a German issued, and this is Deutsche Reich printed stamp on here, but the reason why it's overprinted Belgium 10 centimes is because this was a card that promotes the German army's advance through Belgium, and down here is a list of the battles, and therefore as they moved through Belgium they needed a card, they needed postal ability, and this was overprinted for use in Belgium, in the area of Belgium that had been overtaken by the Germans. Very nice card. And someone obviously had these printed up for use. I rather like that one. This one is causing me some confusion. You'll have to bear with me. 1916. It is overprinted, and it seems to be overprinted postal area D6. The text here says German Post Office in Lithuania and Kurland. Again, clearly World War One. Now, if you put this under a Google search and do this as an image search, other bits and pieces, this came up as a not Geld emergency money card, issued because the area in question had a shortage of official currency. So they were overprinted for use as such. If that is the case, please do let me know, because if you know what this is, and whether I've got that totally wrong, a Google search has sent me off on a wild goose chase, let me know what this is, because I really, really do want to do. I will do some more research myself, but I want to know about this because it's a lovely card. I think the person who I bought this from and me were looking at, initially looking at this might be from World War One, although I wasn't too sure about that at the time. But no, this is definitely, because of the back, this didn't look anywhere near old enough for me to be from that period. This is actually World War Two. And during World War II, they had this: observe the silent minute when Big Ben strikes 9 each evening. And it started early in the Second World War, and obviously this card was one that you could send out to promote that particular commemorative each day. But it's a nice card. I'd not seen it before. Someone paid £4 for this. I didn't. I paid £2. I'll happily pay £2 for military stuff like this. It's fascinating, and I had some fun looking up some bits and pieces, but definitely World War II, and a nice card. And this is obviously clearly World War II, because these are Stukas, and this is something to do with England. So that's definitely England, so I wonder if this is to do with the bombing of England. What I liked about this one as well is it's sent by field post. So it was sent by a serving member of the German forces, although the cancellation is almost illegible. I got no idea. It just seems to be two circles with a little bit of information inside. 1617, which might have something to do with, not the obviously its date, something to do with the actual location of the force itself. Lovely card, nice usage. I'll do some more work on that one. I do love anything to do with World War II. That's nice. This is the other reason why I bought this one. I know there's they are fascist cards, but they are superbly produced. They are collectible, regardless of the divisiveness of what is pitched, what is shown. But military history is one of my joys, and that's a lovely piece of artwork. 1941, that's dated on the actual artwork there, but that is very nice. I think that's a British plane that's obviously involved in there, and I think actually that's the way the card is supposed to actually seem, because the Stuka, as we know, I've been holding it like this all this time, but it actually was a dive bomber, one of the Blitzkrieg dive bombers, and here it seems to be diving on a naval yard. There's a very early looking aircraft carrier, little sort of battleship there, one ship that seems to have been sunk, but yeah, that's how it should actually be. Well, I must admit, I do think it looks cracking like that, but that is how it's supposed to be. Dive bombing Stukas. I did also show this. I love bits and pieces that are on the side to what I'm actually collecting, and this is a Matchbox label. Cost me 50p, but this is the Norg, which is a airship that went over the North Pole, and I have modern anniversary related cards by Frederick Foley, in relation to the 50th anniversary of the sailing of the airship, and this will go on one of my mounted displays. Totally different, not connected in any way to Postcards, is I also bought this album, and this is an album on the Canberra, and although I I'm not necessarily a stamp collector. I do collect items to do with the Falklands War, and here's the Canberra on this stamp here, and here it is down here in the shadows. And this was just a collection of stamps. This is from the Gibraltar shipping set, but the Gibraltar was in there. And there's Falkland Island anniversary of liberation stamp with the various ships, and there's the Canberra there in the background. So this person built up a collection, there it is again there, built up a collection of items connected to the Canberra. Covers, stamps, overprinted stamps and non-overprinted. And he mounted them all up on these nice displays, which I was very pleased with. There's a spare one over there. Some covers. These are all from different locations, and there were some. These are sheets from Guernsey, but there were even an odd postcard or two. This is the Canberra one here from the UK set from 2004. That was the miniature sheet. There it is again, Canberra. There's a postcard in the back there. It's a Pamlin Prince one. Here's the Canberra here on this stamp from South Georgia. The QE2 is also shown up here, both of which obviously connected to the Falklands. There's the Canberra on a stamp from Gibraltar. There's a nice postcard of the Canberra published by J. Arthur Dixon. There's details at the top there, and also another Canberra stamp. And one here, two different shades on the Tonga, Concord, and a used postcard. This one's here, these official ones I found are quite nicely priced. But there we go on the cover. So that will go in my Falklands War collection along with my Falklands War postcards. So quite pleased with that. Quite a nice little buy, and I may actually do a go through on there and find out what that's actually worth, what that should have cost me in comparison to what it cost me. But there we go. Again, I think a good display of what is available at these smaller fairs. This one was an actual postcard fair, but as you can see, I bought a Matchbox label, I bought a load of stamps, and a lot of very nice modern, old, World War II, World War One, philatelic, all sorts of stuff. It was a good day, I thought. So, as I keep saying, support your local fairs. Support. This one's an annual one, normally in January of each year. So, look out for next year's one if you live anywhere in the northern part of Kent. I visited from South Essex, so, and I had a superb day. Okay, hopefully this has given you an idea of what to look out for and what you can get by visiting a fair, so do support them. If you like this type of thing, please do consider subscribing. Likes and shares are also appreciated, and any comments, anything here you recognised, anything that you know more about than I do, which is probably quite a lot, please do let me know. Leave a message in the comments, always appreciated. And as always, I will see you at the next one.
Postcards from Mars, they hit my door. Tiny aliens asking for more. Writing